Hello and welcome to this Odoo video. In this video, we are going to go over how to create an Odoo database, adding your company data, and also we are going to see how you can install applications on the database. So let's check this out right now. Alright, so here I am on odoo.com. I am going to go ahead and create a new database. Super quickly by clicking on this button, start now, it's free. Once I click on this button, I'll be redirected to a list of applications that I can select. So I'm going to ahead and choose Sales and CRM. These are a good starting point for my company. Keep in mind, the more applications you choose here, the longer it will take for your database to be created. Alright, go ahead and configure this. So let's start. I need to provide my name and an email as well. I'm going to go ahead and add my company name as well. I'm going to call my company MT Clothing. If I go ahead and start with this company name, then I will have that 15 days free trial. Now let's go ahead and choose our country. I can provide my phone number, but it's optional. I can choose my company size, then select the primary interest as I'm a teacher. Let's go ahead and start now. Once I click on the start now button, Odoo will go ahead and start creating your database. As you can see, these files work and it will take a few moments for the database to load or for the database to be created. Keep in mind that the more applications you add, the longer it will take to create as I mentioned earlier. Alright, but don't worry, as you can see, for me it was quite quick. Let's go ahead and check this out. The first thing I notice here is this big warning at the top of the page, activation pending. I need to go to the email that I used to register this database and click on the activation link within the first 3 hours. It's the only way to set the database into the full trial mode. If you don't do this, everything you do on this database within those 3 hours will be removed and can't be restored. Be sure you activate this database within the first 3 hours. This is especially important if you went ahead and started to work on the database. You don't want to lose your information. I'm going to go ahead and add some information and then I'll click on the activation link. The first thing I want to do is add some company information. I'm going to go ahead and dive into the settings application right here. Then I'm going to go to the top and click on users and companies and then go to companies. Then I have my company right here, MT Clothing. Let's go ahead and go to edit. Click on the edit button and then you have option to change the settings. Now you have the option of logo. You can click on this and if you want to add a logo, you can select it from your photos. As I don't have any logo, so I don't apply it. If you want, you can. Then I'll put the address here. I write ABC in the address. What's your address? You can put it here and then select the city where your company is. Now click on the save button. Now I have all my company information here. So now that I am also going to add some users because of course I do have some employees. So let's go back to the users and company and then we are going to click on the users. Now by default I am automatically created, but I am going to go ahead and create a new one because I also work with another associate. Now go back to the users option and then click on the create button. We are going to call this user AC and her email will be chess@chess.com. We can also modify her preferences if we would like to. She is not an administrator, she can only manage her own documents. I can specify that right here. Then we can go to the preferences tab as well and change her language, time zone. We can also say how she would like her notifications handled. Now save this. Now once I create the new user and I save it, sends an invitation email. So she can go ahead and click on this in her email and create password of all that information. As we can see, the invitation email has been set, and then if we go to our dashboard on the setting application by clicking on the dashboard button, we can see we have that invitation pending. All of the user we invite, well, first of all, we can invite them really quickly without actually creating the new user. Right here by adding to your email address, and we can see which invitations are pending. What I am going to do is activate the developer mode. I am going to go ahead and click on this, and the developer mode will first of all redirect me back to my main dashboard, but that's okay. I'm just gonna go back to my settings application. It's just loading, it's just taking the time, so wait for the second so it will start. And now the settings are open, but as I was saying, the developer mode will give you some more possibilities you don't have in the standard view. With the developer mode, I have some extra fields, for example technical here we did will not see that outside of developer mode. And then I have some information. Now close to the technical, I also have the possibility to load some demo data once I have gone into the developer mode. I am going to go ahead and click on that button right here, load demo data. Once I click on that, I get a warning that says demo data should only be used on tests, databases, and once they are loaded, that cannot be removed. This is really important because although you could potentially delete some contacts, there's other more sensitive information such as sales orders or invoices or other things you will not be able to remove, and it may get mixed up with other information. So really careful and be sure that you do want to load the demo data. This possibility is only available for training or educational database and also databases that are within the first 3 hours, so brand new databases. After 3 hours, you will not be able to add the demo data. So I understand the risk, so I am going to go ahead and say yes. And of course it will take a moment for the demo data to load as well, and this also depends on how many applications you have on your database because it loads demo data for each application. As we saw at the very beginning, the two applications that I initially wanted installed were sales. Along with the sales came invoicing, and I also have some basic modules such as discuss, calendar, and contacts, which almost every single database will have. Let's go ahead and look at our contacts. Here's all of our demo data, so none of these contacts existed before I loaded the demo data, and as you can see I still have a contact for the user I created, so it doesn't have a photo loaded, so I know that is one that I actually created because I do need to add the photo of myself. We can even go into the sales application and I see some sales order as well, so that's really neat. Then again, like I said, be careful. I need a few more applications. All I have to do is click on this apps module right here inside of your Odoo database. I am just going to select the modules I would like to install now. For example, I would like to install inventory, so I simply have to click on the install button. I can also uninstall applications here, I can upgrade applications here and manage everything that I actually have on my database. Then I just click on the confirm button, and it will just take a little bit of time, and it's loading. Then it will take me back to the dashboard of the Odoo. Here we can see the inventory application. As you can see right here, I don't have data and don't have any research process. So you have that information here. You don't need to worry about adding those applications after you load the demo data. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching.